Oh, fuck off.
An open offer. The only response made was in public by
Let me
Rupert
start
Lowe
that
on X,
again.
in which he said
Fucking
he
stupid.
was going to convert Restore Britain from a movement. It's
Try
been 9
again.
days since Rupert Lowe said he was going to convert Restore Britain from a movement to political party. And it's been 8 days since I made an open offer on air to Rupert Lowe to consider a merger with Advance UK. I've had no response to that open offer. The only response made was in public by Rupert Lowe on X, in which he said I and members of Advance UK would be free to join Restore Britain. But here's the issue, Rupert. I don't know what Restore Britain is. I've had a look at your website, but there's no draft constitution there. Nothing setting out how the leadership is appointed, how the leadership is held to account, how policies are made, how people to your policy-making committees are appointed, how you're going to set up your national network, how people are going to be recruited into the party. None of this is clear.
Hey,
On your
Missy!
website. There's no draft constitutional document. The only document about which I'm aware are the Articles of Association of your country, what you've got on Companies House, and that shows a company limited by one share, private limited company, limited by one share which you own, Rupert. You are the owner and dictator of Restore Britain. And I do also know, and people
Dictator.
know,
Sorry, go on. Oh, here we go. Sam's gone off again.
political party. You've said that to me yourself, and your own spokesman have been on air for the last week saying that actually Rupert Lowe can be trusted to get this done. We don't need a democratic process. I think one of your spokesmen referred to you as Caesar, which is a completely ridiculous turn of phrase, if you don't mind me saying so.
Well, then why
The only way
fucking make a
the
big deal out of
democracy
it?
of this country can be restored is through a democratic
Hey, Joanna!
process. No dictatorial political party.
Yeah,
will
no
restore
snow.
our democracy.
One
That's where
second.
we're
No
for-
snow here. We're about to have 15 degrees and perfect sunshine tomorrow. One of the warmest days in February ever recorded. Beautiful. It's lovely today as well. Hang on a minute.
It still is, whatever he might say. And if Restore Britain is going to be Lowe and Lowe is going to be Restore Britain, you too will fail. And that would be disastrous for this country. We've got one chance to save this country. It needs to be done through serious principled politics. It can't be done through a dictatorship at Restore Britain. Now, the other thing, which isn't clear, is what is Restore Britain? What is its constitution? That's not clear. What do you believe in?
What do you mean, what's its constitution? Can anybody define that better for me? We have a constitution.
We believe in the nation state, freedom from indoctrination of our
Yeah,
children.
blah, 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 the party line we've heard it before. All right. So, let me just see if I can turn this around a second. So you might think, oh, Tom, you're picking sides. I'm fucking not. I'm not. One second. There's something gone a bit wrong here. Bear with me. Ah, there we go. I'm not, but I just like to call out. I just like to see him doing, Ben Habib doing the old flappy thing. Like, he's talking about, I don't know what you are and all the rest of it. What he should have done is not recorded this video. So what he's really throwing his toys at the pram is, from what I can tell, is he thought that maybe Rupert would want to join Advance UK, because Advance UK have got a lot of people that have put time and money into it. Fair play. And also, yeah, they are the certain two people's party that have been growling and snarling a lot of people and calling everybody FNATs recently. Now, a lot of people like Ben Habib, a lot of people like Rupert Lowe. And even Tommy or whoever's making these comments came on to one of these statements yesterday and actually said, look, we'll wish you two would just sort it out, because both of you would be good for British politics. And I would agree with that. They're both liked. They're both supported. And when he goes on there and makes a video like that, he looks old. He looks stuck up, i.e. the kind of person I don't want to vote for, because he sounds like he's got money. And he sounds butthurt. Butthurt by the fact that somebody else got a political party that they've said. So he's really grabbed onto this whole dictatorship thing. I saw the interview where the guy said about it being a dictatorship. It's not a democracy is not necessary. He's talking about certain aspects within the party. It was totally obvious what they were talking about, and they've grabbed onto it, just like the other people have grabbed onto the FNAT narrative. If you're not bothered, there's a rule of thumb in life. And it's not just with Habib or anybody. It's everybody. There's a rule in life. When you don't care, you are indifferent. It's just the way it is. So I may be indifferent to your channel. I may be indifferent to you as a person. But if I say I don't care what so-and-so thinks about me, but I say it with real passion, and then I go on for the next 20 minutes talking about it, guess what? I care. Because if you care, you will show a negative response or you will show a positive response. You only show indifference when you truly don't care. So when people like Ben Habib, I don't hate him, by the way, but when he's sitting, he's on his high horse going, oh, I don't like this very much, I'm not in control. Well, that's tough shit. That's politics. It's 3 years to an election and you need to sort your shit out. But the point of it is sitting there trying to literally like set a log down and throw it at people, like trying to do a log in the chair, trying to take a shit in the chair while he sat there wasn't a good idea, because he comes across as bitter, he comes across as nasty, short-sighted. We've already had that with the other lot, calling everybody FNATs and racists and stuff. We can get that from the left. So when he's coming doing that, I didn't like it very much. However, like I said, I like this guy. And you see Tommy Robinson came on speaking, maybe two, if they've been watching carefully. These people have got people but there's not enough people. And what we really need is a whole system of people that we know and trust. Rupert Lowe, Ben Habib, other names I won't say now because everybody will start throwing their toys out the pram. I don't care, by the way. I've got no dog in this race at the moment, other than I want Britain to succeed. So for me, there's 3 fucking years for him to lose his leadership or the party to fold. For Rupert to lose his leadership, get stabbed in the back, the party sensed because Rupert doesn't want to merge. Well, Rupert just opened the party, and he's done the right thing by saying Advance are welcome to merge with us. That wasn't a threat. That wasn't him saying if you don't merge with us, well, that's on you. That's not a threat. It was an offer, which he's taken very badly because he wants to be King Dick. This is politics for you. This is why I don't get involved. Because by the time they finish fighting with each other, what you could end up with is you've got 2 good candidates there who could be both on different parties that could get a coalition government, or you've got 2 good candidates there that could be in the same party. That bitchiness there will potentially damage that possibility, which is why you keep your mouth. This is short-sightedness, and he should really just not have done the video. I mean, you've got people in his comments who like him, but they're saying, hey, look, come on. What about you when you started up? Why are you not giving the same grace to other people that you asked for yourself? I agree. One second, guys. On the wrong channel because I've got too many channels. 1 second, guys. I won't be a minute. Just want to catch up with your comments properly. Notification arrived Tuesday, 24th of February. That's for fine times. That's crazy. That's weird. So I need to change my titles on these as well. So let me just go in here a second. I thought he was going to get away with it and hasn't. Stupid little cunt. So yeah, you're removed from the channel, mate. And when you come back under your other names, you'll be removed again, and you're a minor inconvenience. Fuck off. We won't accept the N-word on this channel. We're not a bunch of racists, and you can do what you want to make us look like that, or you can do what you want because that's what you are. That's not us. So you can write it, and you didn't even have the guts to write the word out whole, did you? You had to put it in one letter at a time, which is also spamming, so you've broken 2 rules. Fuck you, you're out. Hi Capricorn, hi Missy Moon, good to see you. Hope you're all okay, Joanna. I'm unsure about Rupert Lowe, but I've been wrong in the past. I don't know. So Joanna, I'm going to level with you straight, right? You should run and please, for crying out loud, get a second amendment so you don't have this problem again. We've got a constitution. We've got a constitution, and what a lot of people forget, is that Ethan? And what a lot of people forget, Ethan, is that free speech came from the UK. If it wasn't for the UK, there may not be a second amendment in America. That's just, I mean, a lot of Americans are interested in what's going on over here because they are absolutely gobsmacked that a country like Britain, who birthed free speech, could actually be as bad as we are now. We have a constitution. It's been sort of overwritten and ignored by other laws and stuff like that. What needs to happen is, I think there's a process where we can ratify it again and make it like the leading document. A lot of people think that's Americanization. No, it's not. We've had a constitution for a very long time. There's just other laws and stuff that's just kind of trampled on it. It's not treated as seriously as it should be. The constitution in Britain should be raised right up in status back to where it's supposed to be. People don't stick to the constitution in Britain, but it's supposed to be just as important. And again, it can be made that again by ratifying it properly, amending it, and making sure that things like, if we had something like the Second Amendment and other amendments like they have in America, it's not Americanizing. What it's doing is making sure you've got a document there that can't just be reversed by one party. By having a constitution in America, through the Senate and everything else, to try and change something on that constitution will take them anything between 10 to 40 years. Because if you look at the last time when a big amendment was made, a long time ago, it takes a lot to change American full of different people. It's got to pass through a government, it's got to pass through a Senate, and then it's got to survive another government on the other side. These founding documents, the American Constitution, because it holds so much weight. It holds generational weight. So you don't just get to override it in a year. We need that of our own constitution in Britain. We have a constitution. We're supposed to be protected by it. We're supposed to be protected by a lot of things like common law and that. These things need to be raised in status and put back up. Now, by the way, I mentioned something to you that I mentioned to you yesterday. While all these people are going on about, we're going to send people back, we're going to slag off another right-wing party, because it's not like there's left-wing parties out there that need slagging off, like the Green Party, the Labour Party, or even just the Conservative Party. No, don't attack any of those people who are your major enemies. Attack the guy, Rupert Lowe, who could be your go-to in the future. It is literally cutting your nose to spite your face. Okay, you're offended by the fact that he asked you to join his party, then just say no. Politely say no. The likelihood is, more likely than not, you two people are going to need each other down the line more than you realise. Because people will go back to old voting patterns, the Conservatives will pull their old tricks, and the Green Party is making real ground. Them and Labour could form a coalition. We lose. So, how about, rather than attacking a party just because they didn't want to join yours, how about you just go out and attack the people that need attacking? He said in his video, I don't even know what Restore is. It's not a bad point, but I don't know what Advance is. Why? Because I see them slagging off other right-wing parties all the time and talking about re-immigration, and I don't hear any other policies. What I want to hear from all of these parties, I don't care if it's Rupert Lowe, I don't care if it's Ben Habib, I don't give a shit. Because at the end of the day, those people may not even be there come voting day in the elections. But if they are, I will vote for whoever makes the most sense. And it may be that one party has candidates in my area and one party doesn't. Often we never had a UKIP candidate in my area, for instance. So you couldn't vote for who you wanted to anyway. So if it's a case of having them all around the country, but some, if they're not in every single voting area, then the only way it would make sense would be to vote for the other one, wouldn't it? And hope there's a coalition possible So instead of splitting the vote, you would look at it as being, as long as those two parties get more than all the others, then I know it's a first past the post system, but if they get the right kind of majorities in that, they could form a coalition. Or if they joined together before that, they wouldn't need to. Like I said to you in yesterday's video, Reform are not as damaged as people think. For the last year and a half, they've been forecasting its demise. Reform has only lost 3% of its voters until this month, when Rupert Lowe launched that party. It's that and other factors, and Nigel Farage's constant pandering to the media and to the system, because he's a conservative at the end of the day, that has caused them to implode massively. The first big implosion they've truly had. If I was anybody in politics right now, I'd be looking at the effect of Rupert Lowe creating this party and saying, I want to be part of that. Because whether you're UKIP, you're good, but you've never generated that kind of interest. Advance, you've been around a long time. You've never generated that kind of interest or that fear in reform. So why aren't you using it? Instead of getting on your ego train, why don't you use it? And as Tommy rightly said, don't go on there virtue signaling. Oh, we're upset about this and upset about that. Shut the fuck up. Go in private and talk. Because on there, all you do is you wind each other up. It's like gypsy fucking fighting. You wind each other up. You're using your emotion. Ben Habib clearly full of emotion there. Understand it, by the way. But he shouldn't have made the video. Make the phone call in private. Talk to each other in private. You may find you've got more that you actually agree on, instead of listening to the fucking lackeys you've got around you and people on the internet giving their opinion. Talk! Fucking talk. Everybody in the movement is telling you to talk. So why don't you want to? Moolah and power. Let it go. If you want to save this country, you'll talk. I'm not saying you'll give up to what Rupert Lowe wants. I'm not saying Rupert Lowe should give up to what Ben Habib wants. But you can talk. You can at least see each other's vision. You say you don't understand what reform is, then ask him on the phone. Away from us, where we can't see all this shit. Doesn't do you any good, because it makes a person like me go, I'll vote for neither. That's the result of seeing videos like that. Fuck you then, you're not the person I thought you were. I'll vote for neither. Let the Green Party win. And I mean it, I'm not bluffing. So, I'm not saying anybody should do what anybody else wants, because that's not freedom, that's not what we stand for. What I'm saying is, when you make a video like that, whilst conceding you haven't even spoken on the phone, then you're in the wrong. And you're doing what the others... Again, Rupert Lowe, just because he started a party, doesn't mean that he should have all control and everybody should dance to his tune. But what people do need to understand, he has opened a party. It's opened up with more support than any political party in recent times. It's reaching a status very quickly, that because people in this country have had enough. They're sick to death of the political talk. They're sick to death of the right attacking the right. They are sick to death of people saying, we're going to sort this out, and then kowtowing to the media, or kowing to the government's wishes, or being scared of saying what they really want. You've got two parties here that both seem to say what they really want. That's a good thing. If they can't sort it out between them in 3 years, and we lose an election, they're all to blame. And I hope you all will realise that. If we lose an election to the fucking Muppets we've got going up against us now, it's because these Muppets are to blame. They need to get together, stop doing this online, because I'll tell you something, it doesn't help doing it online, especially when you can get hold of each other. Stop doing it online, get together, talk. Even if you don't want to merge with each other, that's fine. But come up with a strategy where you're at least working on each other's... Like, you both want the same changes. You both want the same things. Work together even if you don't merge. Otherwise, you'll have the Conservatives fucking running rings around you, the Green Party and Labour creating fucking coalitions against you, and you'll be too busy ripping each other to pieces. You'll be causing people just to go atrophy with the vote. They won't vote. They won't vote. So keep your annoyance. I don't give a shit, Ben Habib. You're not that important. Most people don't know who you are. Rupert Lowe, to be honest, same thing. Only difference is he's made headlines for doing the party he's done. But neither of them will be picked out in a crowd full of people unless they were in this movement. So let's be real. They need to work together. With the people that they both know, they could fill a party up with names we know, but aren't rejects from other parties, and we know could do a fucking good job, we hope would. And like Rupert Lowe said, he's got a lot to learn. That humility shows a lot. If these people could work together, neither one of them have got a party full of people who are capable, because it takes a lot to build a party up from scratch. That's nothing against them, it just does. But together, they've got the support of the people. If they were to join together, can you imagine the support they'd have? They'd have cross-country support. So, regardless of whether they merge, don't merge, they don't need to merge to work together. They just need to work out the voting system. Let's say, I don't know what the score is, but it might be that they literally can't have people in every voting area. That's where you work it out between you. Do you know what I mean? That's where you work it out between you. You make sure you take those seats off of who you need to take them from. And whether it's Reform or Advance or both, you then sort it out at the end of it with a plan to work together. Right? Because we need to be thinking about every single which way in which we might get power in this country. I told you, mate, you'd be gone, and you'll be gone again. Bye-bye. It took all of 2 seconds to get rid of you. I'll just keep doing it. It's fine. You're causing no issue to anybody. So, yeah, I know Rupert said if I didn't, or if it came out differently, that's what I was trying to say. Rupert offered them to join. What I'm saying is they didn't have to join. They didn't have to join, but they could have worked together. They could have worked together. So I was just looking. Oh no, I think we know who the clown in chat is. It's fine. It's cool. It's cool. If it's annoying you though, just let me know. But I've got rid of them. When you got to say that word over and over again, I think it's pretty obvious who you are, and pretty obvious what brain cells you don't have. Yeah, they don't need to. Tina said it. She agrees. They don't need to merge, but do need to work together. I agree, absolutely. No, he offered an alliance. Well, yeah, okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, I took it that he offered both. I thought he was offering either a merger or an alliance. But if it was just an alliance, fair play. So if he's offered an alliance, so based on that video then, he's offered an alliance and Habib's still refusing it then, because the words Habib used in that video was merger. So if he's saying no alliance either, so if he's saying no alliance, what's the channel about? It's the channel Zero News. It's about the problems we got in the UK. It's a right-wing channel, and I'm an activist. I'm Tom Fury. I've helped make the Rape of Britain. I work with people like Vindicator here, who's a brilliant channel. You should go and watch Vindicator's channel here. We tackle stuff around our country, both in demonstrations, protests, but also political commentary. And what we're doing now and discussing the right wing in the UK. So it's sort of many angles, but mostly to do with right wing politics in the UK. So the problems are at the moment is that we've got a left wing government that is trying to put a digital iron curtain around the UK, and he's doing it. And the online safety bill, which you've probably heard of, is costing us billions. You've got the laws that are switched more harshly than anybody else now, causing racial tensions. Again, gender, these fake genders now. If you're one of the fake genders, you'll get a more favourable sentence if you go to court. Things like this are going on in our country now. And as I said, at the same time, as I go on the internet, I'm getting access to less and less websites because they're being blocked from our side. We're the country that, and also we're about to try, at least, whether we succeed or not, as people taking our government to court, but we're going to try to make sure that things like WhatsApp that are encrypted will send out your signal to the government first before it gets encrypted. So there will be no encryption technically available on your phone in this country. And whether they succeed or not is another thing. So these are things that we've got going against us. Plus we've got the absolute, we've got the absolute dregs of the dregs in our country in terms of the militant Muslim enablers. If I'm the bigot, mate, then where's all your buddies? So where's all your buddies, Mr. Bigot on? Where's all your buddies? Just going to use the word bigot without any backup, any argument to make? Oh, you want to talk about lube and stuff like that? You're a real high IQ player, aren't you? Let's sit you down at the poker table, see how long you last. You got any arguments to make, or is that the best you got? If it's the best you got, ciao. Fucking losers. So, what I do want to say, though, please give me a like and subscribe, guys. And do you know what? Forget the subscribe. Just please hit me a like or dislike if you like the video, dislike the video. I don't mind, but it just shows the interaction. So I want to go back a little bit. Ben's played a game in a way. I agree, and that's why I'm making this video. I think that he's played a game as well, and that's why I made this video. Because I felt he was playing a bit of a game, and a game that could be potentially damaging for us all, because it really could, stand to hurt us all. There is no guarantees in this country. Like, go back a little while, everybody was certain that Reform would win the elections. Some still are. Look at where we are now. Nobody's certain of anything. Some people are certain that Rupert Lowe's going to run away with it now, even though he's only just started a brand new party. Some people are still convinced that Advance is going to run away with it. They've never won anything. The only thing that gives us hope is that people in Britain have been voting for the same parties over and over and over and over for how long? 100 years? 200 years? And nothing changes. So the best hope these new parties have got is the fact that these guys need to get on. Like I say, when you got people like Tommy Robinson, that even those people come saying, come on guys, do this in private. That's exactly what I said, do this in private. That tells you. Why would they say do this in private? Why not have it out in the open? Because it does no one any good. It makes everybody look bad. Airing your dirty laundry in public when it's basically jealousy and politics is not a fucking good look. You do it in private. And that's just the way you do it. So, have no bigot buddies. No, you don't need any. You're bigot enough for everybody. So, you still can't provide me with an answer. So, I'll tell you what, mate. Fuck off. You're gone. Free speech isn't available on YouTube. It's certainly not available on my channel to cunts like you. When you got something to say, if somebody wants to come on and give me shit, if you want to come on and dribble, you got to understand something. You're also annoying the other people in the chat. Especially when you spam, because you always spam because nobody's got your back. Right, so you're one person pissing against the wind. So, what I'll do from now on, I never used to do this with people. What I'll do from now on is I'll just delete you. Make your argument. You can call me a cunt if you want. I don't care. As long as you do it with an argument. If you just want to come on and talk about me having boogers and all the rest of it because you cannot formulate an argument, I'll just delete you. It's that quick. It's that quick. So, come on, make your argument, or fuck off. Carry on by. We won't miss you. This chat will not miss you. This chat is going bye-bye. So, don't worry about it. So, anyway, so look, I want to kind of get this video to a point. Ben Habib is being advised by elements within the college. Yeah, and this is, I think we know what those are. And this is what I was trying to say right near the beginning of the video, Vin, is that they need to stop listening to bad advice from people who have got more than a dog in a race, that people have got money in it, people have got their own aspirations of power. And what we're saying earlier on, Vin, was that you've got Rupert Lowe there, that a hell of a lot of people support. Ben Habib there, that a hell of a lot of people support. But not many other very well-known names. A few, but not very many other ones. Between them, they're struggling to make a party of people that we know that aren't rejects from old parties. We don't want that. If they worked together, you'd have quite a lineup, wouldn't you? You'd have quite a lineup of people. So, yeah, that's why I think they were right to say do it in private, because these people are hurting each other, and they're going to hurt their voting base. They're going to kill their parties before they know it. It should be done in private. And all of that was virtue signaling for me. Or just, no, it wasn't virtue signaling. That's not fair. It was just throwing your toys out the pram. I don't like that. I love that the left have lost the plot. They have lost the plot, but they're dangerous in this country still. Very dangerous. Oh yeah, I agree with you, Spawn. The thing is about the, we're fighting for this politics and the rest of it. But this will be the true test. We've never ever had an alternate party in politics, in government, since I've been alive. So this will be the test, won't it? If Ben Habib and Rupert can work together, if they do, I believe they could get the majority vote because they're so popular. So if they could do that, we would have, for the very first time I know of, a truly new government in power. And we would find out there and then, I think, whether the changes that we want can truly be made, or if there are powers above the government that stop that, or if everybody that gets into that sphere falls into it. But why we keep going Conservatives or Labour, the question is, do these people who are not on their team, if they get put into power, will there be a difference? Because they get put in power with the majority, there fucking should be. There should be laws passed daily, unfucking things. And also as well, like I said, why are you not demanding? I've said this yesterday, I'm going to keep saying this for 3 years. On their manifestos, get rid of the Online Safety Act. Get rid of the damage you've done to free speech. Get rid of the damage you've done to businesses. Take away the fucking, take away the surveillance to criminalise jokes. All of this stuff. Give the media back their power. All of this stuff has been done by law. Evening the sentences between black and white people again. So its law is, since Starmer has been in power, need to be put on these manifestos that they're going to undo. If they don't, then I'm going to seriously suspect them, because there's no way you can tell me any of them are going to get in power and then not use those powers. They need to get rid of them. So we need to be talking about depopulating the country. Yes, agreed. But we also need to be saying everything Starmer's done needs to be repealed. Because we've got no free speech. We've got an iron curtain around us. And any government, no matter who they are, is in a nearly checkmate position of silencing all of us and taking away all of our rights. So if none of these people want to stand up for repealing the damage, the real-time damage that's been done to the people, the businesses, the internet, the businesses around the world, to our status in the world, if they are not prepared to put on their manifestos to take that away, they're wrong uns. Because these are the things we're all moaning about. They're moaning about. So don't moan about it. You're going to be in the positions to do something. Fucking sort it out. Put it on your manifestos. Like you're going to have 5 years in power if you get in power. Fix it. Fix it. We deserve that. We deserve that. And if we put you in power, we goddamn deserve it. Because there's a lot of people that will be frightened to put them in power because they've never tried anything different. Free Somerset are like that. Let me try and catch you guys up. Fucking tell them, Tom. Has everybody changed their, what would you call it, their avatars? Is it just me? I think it may be the way it's coming out on here today, actually. But it's confusing. But bear with me. Thanks for quality content and positivity. I enjoy watching your stream while taking my morning dump. I don't know how to take that, but I think that's funny, so I'll take it as a joke. That's brilliant. On top form today, Tom. Thank you. But you know what? As I said, I'm not holding back for anybody anymore. I am not holding back for anybody. And while I think about that, Richard Inman, you follow me on Twitter. Great. Good start. And I holding my hand out, genuine. However, I have tried to contact you privately, as I mentioned in previous videos before now. No response. Contact you on Twitter. No response. Following me is not going to make me go running after you. It's just not. So if you want me, contact me. I'm not going to go chasing after you. I tried that. Didn't work out well for me. You want to contact me? You contact me. My hand is still open. But I am not chasing around someone that likes to ignore my messages. So for me to know that you're serious, you contact me. Which you won't. But you started following me for a reason. We both know why. Because you know I am not the bad guy you've made me out to be. I say you. Perhaps I should be a bit more fair and say other people have made me out to be. So again, you remember who I am? My hand is still extended. I want to see the right fixed, not destroyed. So my hand is still there. Okay? I know, Vin. But sources are game, right? And we've got me and Vin have got some exciting stuff coming up soon as well. But I don't want to say too much. If you can't get behind a party, get behind our constitution and demand parties do the same. Absolutely. Absolutely. We really put what on their manifesto? Did you from that Benjamin, is it Wenham? You said put what on their manifesto? I said put on their manifesto that they need to, and some of them may have done this, but I haven't seen it. They need to reverse the Online Safety Act. They need to stop going after the VPNs and privacy, and well, that all comes on the Online Safety Act anyway. We're being blocked from accessing a lot of websites at the moment. Our AI does need controlling, but our AI is being controlled in an attempt to control free speech. We've got a digital iron curtain going around the UK. It's costing everybody so much money. The free speech and the uneven sentences for people who are trans, black, and then white. All of that stuff has been brought in since Starmer came in, and more. All of that needs to be on their manifestos. In fact, it should all come under one heading: repeal Starmer's laws. Because they are Starmer's laws. I'm pretty sure some of them go against human rights. So what they should have on their manifestos, as well as everything else, is that they will repeal the Online Safety Act. It's costing so much money and achieving nothing for us. And they should repeal everything that Starmer's done. We have something in this country, Benjamin, called the ratchet effect, which means things only ever go forward. The governments always blame the last government for a change in law, but they don't change it back. In America, if someone does a crazy law, then or policy change, then the next person being voted in for president will say, I'm going to repeal that. First thing I do when I get in office is repeal that. We don't have that in our country. We need it now. Because if we get people in power that are prepared to do these things for our country, but they don't repeal what Starmer's done, ultimately those laws get used by the government. So you still have digital ID cards. You still, so we need that stuff on manifesto soon. Vin's right. I can't wait, actually. I'm really excited about the future. Me and Vin have got some good stuff in the future. People should be scared. I know you're scared. You should be. Me and Vin are kicking ass. So just trying to catch up. See, so you were saying somebody said Graham. Oh, it was Dave. You said Graham Moore has good things to say, but it is a dry subject for a talk. Sometimes though, it depends who you talk to. It's like I was quite good when I used to do interviews because I always used to make them fun because I always used to try and humanize a person. If you can humanize a person, then you've broken you've done a lot of the hard work. Because then the audience can tune into them as a person, and then when they start talking about politics, they can get where they're coming from a lot more. Whereas if you just go straight into political conversation, you still got that sheet of ice, which is the politician, right? So when I used to do interviews, the first thing I used to do was humanise them. Whether they wanted it or not, they were getting it. Because I want to know who you are as a human being, and so does my audience. And so I'd be thinking about you guys, and that's how I used to do my interviews with Anne Marie Waters, whoever it was with. It was from the point of, I'm going to humanise you first. Do you drink? Do you smoke? Where's your humanity at? What do you like to do at the weekends? Get that out first. Make them feel comfortable, but also make them human. And then you can start talking about policy. I love doing the interviews. The problem is these days is that people probably won't do them, again, because my channel's not big enough yet. It will be. But also because they They know that I will ask what I want to ask. But I'll tell you what, that's why I give Anne-Marie Waters her credit. She never knew what I was going to ask. She came on anyway. She took on all comers when she came on my channel. And there's a lot of bad things people say about her, but she did. And the other thing that she used to do, she used to come on my channel and she used to do, what's the word? It's lost me. I'm just reading about two things at once. 00 News, where is the Bond? Yeah, not the best joke, mate, but I appreciate the attempt, though. I appreciate the attempt. Like to see three-way with Tom Bin and Andy the Gabby Cabby. Oh, okay, that's an interesting idea. That's an interesting. I actually like that as a suggestion. That's a good one. That's quite a good one. There's a few people I wouldn't mind doing a. I want to talk about Aristotle with Carl Benjamin. Oh no, that makes people so angry. So I'm just catching up. Also, I think as well with the weather improving and stuff like that. So there's also going to be I'm going to be getting to more places. So there's been actually I should be getting somewhere on the 1st of March, but I don't want to say it just yet in case something goes wrong. But I've got something planned for March 1st, which is next Sunday. So if it goes ahead, I'll be there, I think. So we've got something for March 1st, but me and Ben have got a few things planned, and I can't wait. It's going to be a good year like that if we can hold this country together. Go on, laugh loud. Okay, enough. I try not to laugh. Okay, so where are we on? We're at 43 minutes. I've actually got quite a lot out that I wanted to get out in 43 minutes. That's not bad. So I don't really want to like hold you. Is there any questions? Would you do me a favor? Like I say, please hit like. I don't mind if you hit dislike, by the way. Do you know what? But while I've still got you here though, don't leave just yet. Let's just start a very, very simple poll, yeah? Very simple poll. Just bear with me. So, oh shit, guys, I've got to go. This is a really important appointment. It's just turned up. I'm going to have to catch you later. I'm Tom Fury. This is Zero News. I'm calling it Dave for now. I'm so sorry.